what's the difference between like copywriting something and trademarking it? Because there's a huge difference. And if you think just because you copyrighted it, you don't own a trademark, what's going to happen?
So a lot of people get that confused. When it comes to copyright, you can copyright your logo design.
Okay.
Like that just says, hey, this design cannot be taken from me. Okay. But when you trademark it, you attach it to something. You attach it to a good or a service. And that says that, for instance, Nike, when you see the check mark, you know that it's Nike. But they also did a copyright for it. That's just the way that they designed it. So for a brand, you need a trademark. And another thing that I'll piggyback off of is when you are doing your photo shoots, you have, videographers doing things for you. Always make sure you have a work made for hire agreement because they own the intellectual property in the work that they do for you. So if you out here and you doing photo shoots and you trying to find somebody to do a photo shoot for $2, that's gonna be their photos, okay? So just make sure that you have contracts in place when you're out here dealing business with anything intellectual property related.
Let me give you guys an example on that, just something that you probably don't realize. How many of y'all seen the Kanye West Yeezus documentary? So the whole thing was about Kanye West, but the people who made the money was the videographers because they owned the copyright because they walked around, filming him when he was doing crazy stuff at Rockefeller. So that's what we mean by copyright. And now trademark.
So for a trademark, like I said, it has to be a good or a service attached, which is why I said earlier, do you have a good that you offer, meaning it's a product? Do you sell hair units, clothes, anything like that? Or do you offer a service like coaching, something like that? You have to attach it.
Okay.
So therefore, like millionaires, we know that this is media. So you have a media company, you work in entertainment, you do advertising. So we attach it to something. That's when you know that you're eligible for a trademark.
Okay, so, and that means basically, can't nobody come in my space and create anything with the word Black millionaires that replicates what I'm trying to do, then they're gonna have to see her, and then they're gonna have to pay me.
Exactly.
Because I own the trademark, right?
Right, and that brings a good point too, because I have a lot of clients who have names that are similar to other brands out there. And like you have Delta Airline, Delta Faucets, you have Dove Chocolate, Dove Soap, Pandora Music, Pandora Bracelet. So trademarking is about the class. So it's basically made to protect consumers from being confused. So if I buy a Nike shirt, I wanna see Nike in the tag. I don't wanna see Hanes. I don't want to buy a Gucci shirt and it's got Hanes in the back. So that's really how trademarking started, protecting consumers. So basically you have to have everything put together when it comes to protecting clothing. No confusion.
And you can trademark, you said you can trademark a logo, you can trademark a slogan. So like think about Nike. You got Nike, the check logo, you got the word Nike, and you got Just Do It. Right? So those are three different levels of intellectual property that they own that none of us can copy because they own it. And thinking about something like Nike, because they're so big, right? I feel like you can't put Nike on anything.
You can't, and Nike comes after everybody. I like it. They have over 800 trademarks. So anything that any of the athletes think of, Nike got it. Like, you got to sign over everything. They own over 800 trademarks.